Well, we're back and we're live with the Corsair Summer Tour 2013. Merlini thought he could hide. He was wrong. He's brought a panda friend. I've got a frog. It'll be a quadcast for you guys today. This is our second best of three matches coming your way. It's going to be Evil Geniuses versus Denial Esports. I believe it's formerly Arctic Gaming. I believe they actually have a 5-4 all-time record against EG, if memory serves me correctly.
Legends of Peru.
Yeah, the Legends of Peru. They've got the upper hand here on EG. EG, I'm going to call it now, are the underdogs in this best of three.
Well, maybe with this Treant Protector.
Yeah. Well, on that note, we could jump inside the draft because they've done something dangerously cheesy. First picking the Treant Protector. Shame on them. Shame on everyone who's ever picked Tree, who's ever played him, who's ever thought about playing that hero. God-awful hero that he is.
Shame for everyone for not banning him, too.
Yeah. Shame on EG for that as well. Of course, this is the Corsair Summer Tour 2013. It is Group C action headed your way. Only 2 teams will advance out of this group. Earlier today, we saw Dignitas take down 4 Friends and Krilly in a 2-0 stomp. 4 Friends and Krilly in the lower bracket. Not out yet, but if they lose again, they'll be done. The winner of this match will move on to play Dignitas. Winner of that will finish first in the group.
And this draft is quite interesting. I'm not exactly sure why there's a Naga ban. I don't think that she is particularly good versus any of EG's heroes, and I don't think it really synergizes well with Denial. But
yeah, it's kind of strange because a Naga tri-lane with the Treant is just flat out awkward. And if you want to put Naga mid, you already have a TA, so that seems strange.
Yeah, I mean, you could go with carry, but
I guess the net's decent versus Lone Druid.
Minus armor strategy.
Yeah.
What, there's no Alchemist pick? What is going on here? We've seen Alchemist just move from crap tier to
he's god tier. That hero's god tier.
Yeah, that hero is redonkulous, and I'm surprised that Denial hasn't picked it up yet. I think it works pretty well with Treant Protector. It gives him a little bit extra survivability, so you don't have to pick
really well
first.
with Bane too.
Yeah.
You sleep him, you channel the stun,
you shake it up. Remember old Alchemist? You were just like shaking there.
Yeah, you just stand there. Oh, it's like the siege cannon, right? No matter how far away they run, or the stun would follow you.
Woo!
Merlini's
awesome.
like bouncing up and down at his seat. It's like a kid who had too many pixie sticks, you know.
Whoa, they're going with the Tinker strat. So I'm not exactly sure what their lanes are going to be. We've seen safe lane Tinker before. We've seen Ancient Tinker before, but Ancient Tinker not quite as popular. The safe lane is pretty good though, and it does stop pushes in case Evil Geniuses does decide to do that with their recent Juggernaut pickup. And they pretty much have a mobile well. They have Juggernaut with the Healing Ward, they have Keeper of Light with the Chakra Magic and the Recall, and then they have the OD.
This is super cheesy. And I think you did mention that, you mentioned this at the end of our last game that we cast, the first series. Denial Esports actually beat Na'Vi in one game. And they did it with an insanely fat Templar Assassin, went for a very early Scythe Device, very unusual item build, won them the game.
It was awesome.
We'll see them with the TA again and the Tinker. So I'm going to say 2 natural Hex Carriers because it's a Denial
Whoa,
TA.
whoa.
I don't know about that.
Whoa.
Unnatural Hex Carriers. Sounds like a really bad
So I think this Tinker pick is actually very strong. Their EG strategy just screams push with the Lone Druid first pickup, with the Juggernaut too. It's just quite obvious. They have a Templar Assassin, or sorry, they have a Treant Protector to kind of heal up their towers, but no AoE before the Tinker pick, and it should do a very good job of trying to delay the game so their one position, maybe a Tinker or someone else, can just farm up.
Yeah, even in OD, Outworld Devourer is normally not considered a pushing hero at all, but he can build a fast mech. It's normally what you go for. Buckler is a great build-up. You can get the early Tranquil Boots. It's nice with your passive, just to give you more opportunities to proc it.
I'm going to start making you say that all these items the way I say it. Tranquil Booties. What else do I say? Shadow Friend. Pro Man Shield. Hawkward.
You're worse than Lumi. What is it with you Asians? You have to have your like gimmicky little catchphrases. YOLO swag crits. Omni GG / Hawkward.
Hawkward.
Yeah, Hawkward.
How did he solve me?
For anyone who doesn't know, that's a famous That's a Lumi classic from years ago.
That was
and
pretty good.
He was shouting himself out with that very modestly.
So Rubik pick, I guess they were liking another support. Rubik just an all-around great pick, good at initiating, good at defensive, good at AoE, just all-around great hero. There's not too many awesome spells. Fiend's Grip is probably the best one. Track is also top tier. Other than that, Root is okay with Dream Protector, but nothing game-breaking. No reverse polarity, no black hole. But still a good hero.
Yeah, you can set up some March while they're rooted. Maybe you hit a couple of Sideblade splashes.
Dang, that overgrowth March of Machines combo.
So good. So legit.
So good.
That's what we'll do the next time we're pubbing.
Nice. Unstoppable.
Unstoppable. We're unstoppable. Merlini actually plays like crap whenever I queue with him.
I think it's you're just rubbing off on me.
He was a level... I got a double kill against the dual lane as a solo.
I was roaming Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, you were level 6. You didn't get level 6 until like 15 minutes.
The Lifestealer just turned around and man-moded me.
He's like, oh, I'm going to shut down his jungle. Watch this. He goes in and hits him. Lifestealer kills him.
Oh, a circlet build on Juggernaut. Interesting.
Well, we'll introduce EG now. Of course, guys, this is a best of 3. Your Corsair Summer Tour.
Have you seen this courier before?
2013.
The Itzy?
It's no Elgato. It's okay. It's not Elgato,
Shameless self-plug.
Yeah. No Elgato, though. Get it in the store. $11.99.
You want to talk more about that? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's a great courier. Beyond the Summit courier.
And?
You can earn views for watching any of our broadcasts.
And what does that earn you?
Earns you upgrades. You get a silver owl.
Whoa. Is that as cool as Snowl?
It's even cooler.
Whoa.
It's like a Snowl plus a cat.
Okay, back to the game.
All right, we'll introduce
That's
EG.
enough,
Are you
LG.
done?
That's enough.
Are you good and done here?
I haven't even seen the Elgato, okay.
Jesus, let me broadcast the game. Merlini, go home, you're drunk. On the side of TV Evil Geniuses, PowerNet standing in, I believe, for Demon. Demon, perhaps he overslept, not really sure. B-Diz on your Keeper of the Light. Jo, the OD. We'll have Bambo on the Rubik. He has been playing support for this team as of late. Haven't necessarily been that impressed with his support play. We'll see if he can step it up here. Fear, back on the carry role. He'll be your one-position lone druid in the safe lane. And on the side of Denial Esports, formerly Arctic Gaming, we have Mihawk on the Bounty Hunter. Iwo, not sure how to say that. On the Tinker, Masuku. On the Treant. These names sound very Asian, actually. Smash, this is my man. On the Templar Assassin.
The TA.
The Smash. This guy is a beast. And then Misko on the Bane.
There's a Regeneration Rune on bottom. Misko thinks twice about denying that one. And Denial goes into this match being an underdog, but they have had some impressive results as Arctic, and I think the odds are probably 4-1 in favor of EG, but I would not bet against. I would
actually bet my Res on Denial. Those are great odds.
Good odds.
I mean, they're one of the more underrated teams in the Western scene, I feel.
And EG has been relatively or somewhat inconsistent. I say more inconsistent than some of the other Western teams. PowerNet, however, is a really strong carry player on some particular heroes. I believe I casted a match maybe a month or two ago with him playing as Morphling. He performed way better than the rest of his team, but some of his other heroes leave something to be desired. I have not seen his Juggernaut.
For me, PowerNet is a great kind of one-position, split-pushing carry, Morphling, anti-mage. Heroes that can just farm all game. I haven't actually seen him play heroes like Juggernaut, but it seems like
finding mechanics when under-farmed or even-farmed is questionable.
Yeah, he's a player that seems like he's used to always being the most farmed hero on the map. But we say that we'll see how he performs. It's going to be an aggressive tri-lane for both teams. A Tinker tri-lane for Denial. Bit unusual here. Tinker not a good matchup for the OD though. TA does a bit better. Refraction is only 100 mana. Can at least use it a few times early on. And for the time being, well, we'll see how things go here. But it's a kind of an awkward tri-lane to say the least.
Fear has a Sentry Ward on top, but the lane is pushing out just slightly.
Yeah, the Sentry Wards are very important, though, because we'll actually have action bottom lane. Ewo's gone in. He's low, but Living Armor might save his life. In fact, PowerNet's dropping quickly. First Blood could go the other way. It does. Oh, PowerNet. That's not the way to start your Evil Genius's career. He'll go down here.
And March of Machines does hit Magicka units. We see Tinker pick sometimes versus Rage just so he has to think twice about just man-moding on someone with Open Wounds Rage. And it works similarly against Juggernaut. He spun, walking through March, realized he was taking way too much damage, but by that time it was too late. Even with the extra HP from the circlet, did not pay off.
Damage type, universal.
So good. So good.
Look at that mechanics knowledge.
Whoa.
Smash, I mentioned how he smashed the mid
Mihawk
lane.
on top. He has that living armor. He's going ridiculously aggressive.
This is important because Fear with Sentries and an early Orb of Venom, this is actually very hard for
I
Bounty
also
Hunter.
call that oof.
Ooh, oops. We'll have an initiation bottom lane. Ewo on the run. No living armor available. It was just used on that top lane, and well-timed execution there by AG. It really was an execution. Threw Tinker up and then off with his head.
Off with his head, indeed. And Bruno was talking about this earlier, about how you really need to take advantage of the 15-second living armor cooldown. Maybe Fear called it out. Hey, they use it on Bounty Hunter top. Make it go on other lanes if you're presented the opportunity.
I got to give credit where credit is due. That was Lumi, but he said it was 25 seconds, which was definitely false information. But that was Lumi.
So checking out the mid match at 4-3 for Templar Assassin, 12-9 over double in triple, I guess, actually, in both lasses and denied.
He's got 5 stick charges here. He could use them and pop a refraction, but just getting completely zoned out of the lane. So you look at mid lane, OD winning that. The top lane, obviously the Lone Druid for Fear, pulled Sentry Ward, should have the edge. He is having the edge, 12-5. And their tri-lane, they've gone 1 for 1. They gave up a first blood, but all things considered, I would say looks like pretty big advantage here for EG.
Indeed, I think so too. Always have to consider that this ward or this thing is blocked, and
this thing.
I was like, this creep cam, this ward. Anyways, this Tinker really needs to be able to get a fast boost of travel. That is going to be instrumental.
Lift on Ewo, caught out bottom lane. In comes the Illuminate, and
where is the living armor?
Actually was off cooldown there. He's still not using it. Dropping low. Now he'll pop it on himself, but Masuku too late. Will go down. Tinker's already respawned. He's coming back into the fray. These kills are a bit easy to come by. I have to say, not particularly impressed by Denial Esports' positioning in this tri-lane. They don't have vision, but I saw Bane up front at some points, and if Bane gets caught, he's also dead. They really need to play this a lot more defensively.
Yeah, and they just have to be more aware about the living armor cooldown, whether it means Tinker just playing more passively in general, or Tree just being more vocal about it. Either way, they're not playing around the living armor cooldown, and they're using it for mid. Smash was almost dead in middle, we just need a little bit to heal up, and we see Mihawk almost die up top. No Sentry Ward drop though, and it is needed in the other lanes, and this is the benefit of Tree, but also you have to be wary of that as a triple lane. Can't die with living armor while living armor's on cooldown.
Yeah, the living armor has managed to keep Mihawk alive, but he's still losing his lane to Fear, and he's losing it quite badly. 25-5 on Fear. Almost got to kill a Mihawk earlier. And the other thing is you can give all the living armor you want to Templar Assassin. If she doesn't have mana to refract, she can't last hit OD anyway. Has no potential to kill an OD. He's always got Astral to get out of trouble. So I'm just not feeling really the impact of the tree in this game. And not again. Ewo caught out, lifted up, spun, and he'll be defensively slept here.
Oh.
Not enough. The March doing decent work, but just can't find the kills.
I also don't really like the way that he marched. He marched in like this direction over here, and if all of EG's heroes are standing in line over here, they'll only get hit by one line of march. I would much prefer a up down or up left to bottom right march, perpendicular to the line of the heroes. You generally get way more damage out of your march that way.
Yeah, generally you want to put it on a diagonal to the enemy heroes instead of perpendicular to them, like you were saying. But well, they're giving up a lot of kills here. They're running a defensive tri-lane Tinker Tria. Normally you'd think of this as a pretty survivable lane, but they consistently get caught out. Bambo has been on point with his lifts. He'll go for another one now. Misko, this is too easy. Just another kill. No way out. In fact, two will fall. And in comes the Tram Protector straight into the Meat Grinder. Power Net's still alive. He will salve up. He's living for the time being. Gets away with 30 HP. Bambo to live as well. Meanwhile, top lane, Mihawk taking some chip damage. Not going to fall just yet. Now Smash trying to go in on Jo. Jo, he's got an Astral soon. Smash can't quite get the kill. 6-1, 6 minutes in. This was not part of the Arctic gameplay.
I thought it was looking pretty good with the first blood there. But again, I think that Tinker, all he needs to do is just farm right here, very close to his tower, and march if he thinks that they even have a possibility of going up at him, and just kill in between here, in between the creep waves. And then after that, you just tell your supports, hey, go stack for me after the laning phase is over. I'll just go take out the neutral stacks real fast. I'll get my BOT, and then we're all good to go.
They'll make it go on Fear here. He is tracked up. Currently, Misko looking for the body block. Mihawk on the chase, but has no boots. And Fear's just going to laugh and walk away. He's going to run all the way back. I don't think they have enough damage. Brain Sap, just enough.
That track gold.
Well, the track move speed making the difference. Might have been 3. There were 3 nearby.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the range was exactly big.
Do you know what the radius is exactly?
I'm checking it right now.
Well, it only shows the...
It says 900 is the speed radius.
It doesn't list it.
Pretty close.
It was close, but they get a kill on Fear, an important one. His level 7 has not skilled his ult. Maybe a little bit cocky from him not to even take a single point in that.
Indeed. I generally like 1 level Rabbit early too before maxing synergy. That move speed helps a lot.
Yeah, especially against track. He has gone for phase boots, and that's why he almost lived.
Bottom lane.
What else is new? He was throwing back up. He actually stopped walking for a second. Maybe could have gotten away. PowerNet wasn't quite in range, but
Yeah, I thought he was going to try and buy something, but I still see his goal. It was at 450 before, now about 350. Still working on that soul ray. I think it's about time to stack Ancients, to abandon the lane, to try and make something happen. Maybe just gank Fear up top. Well, looks like that's what they're going to do with Smash and with Misco. There's a smoke.
you know, the big issue for them is if Tinker doesn't have Boots of Travel, he is their most important hero. Otherwise, they have very little way to defend against push. There's no AoE on any of these other heroes. He's got to get Boots of Travel. He can't keep on dying. If he does, e.g., you mentioned their strong push lineup, Tinker is their one hero to stall and turn things around. If he keeps on dying, this is trouble.
No TPs on anyone except for Keeper Light on the side of EG. Fear is in huge danger here. So close to level 8. I wonder if he's going to pick up ultimate. Let's see.
He's still not doing it yet. Fear thinking
Nope,
about
there
it.
it
The
goes.
old man, he'll feel wily now. He'll take a point in the ult, not actually using it just yet. Last hitting from the safety of his tower with the phase boots online. Meanwhile, Smash, only level
there it
6.
goes.
Jail.
Tracking goes.
Well,
Goes into bear form.
Big Daddy Bear. You ain't ganking him now. Not with a level 5 Bane and a level 7 Bounty Hunter. Not when the tier 1 still stands.
Is
Bambo.
that as big as this Panda Bear on our desk?
Yeah. Big Daddy Bear indeed. I would like to see a TP on Bambo, though. I guess he's trying to get Arcane Boots here, but you know they want to make a go on Fear. They tracked him. Bane's off the map. If you just have a TP, there's just no way.
Rooted. Wow.
Rooted and dropping fast, and Misco still lurking in the tree line. Doesn't want to reveal himself. They're not going to get this kill.
Yeah,
I mean,
they need +1. And that's only if EG doesn't TP. So again, a lot of wasted time for Denial here. They're trying to scramble for track kills because they do have this Bounty Hunter. But again, Tinker going this March build and Bounty Hunter picking the Bounty Hunter, it doesn't really synergize too well, especially with the passivity of Tree. I would have liked for them to pick a more one focus lineup, just all out aggression or all out passivity. Bounty Hunter doesn't really fit with the rest of their lineup. I guess TA doesn't either. So they have like 2 passive heroes, 2 aggressive heroes, 1 just in the middle, and they're kind of deciding what they do.
and they're going in again. Ewo thrown up and picked that, dropped back down again into Blade Fury, into his own demise. In comes Smash, looking to turn this around. Trap deployed on Bambo, moving pretty quickly. I don't know if they've got the damage to bring him down. There's no blinding light yet. Bambo dropping low, juking through the trees, runs north, no way out, no tangos. He'll end up going down. Wasn't a track kill though. Mihawk just now joining the fight.
Yep. And there are a lot of wards in middle, but none of the action has been middle thus far. I'm actually surprised that EG has put both of their wards in middle, considering the lack of action. I think one would have probably been sufficient, especially since they already have a sentry there. I don't actually think that JO's farm is that important in this game. If he gets under farm, it's not that big a deal because they do have the Lone Druid. They do have the Juggernaut.
They really just need the mech for him. PowerNet will go right up the hill. He Omni Slashes. Now he tries to Blade Fury out. Fiend's Grip holds him in position. Misco tanking through it all. He's still alive. PowerNet wants this kill. Won't get it. Now the OD comes in. Blows up the Bounty Hunter. Jo just standing while the Radiant Courier's nearby. Misco dropping fast. No Brain Sat mana available. He will go down. A double kill for Jo. That's going to be your mech. So they've got the mech. Now Beat is trying to TP his way out. No Overgrowth to stop this. He'll get away. Unable to finish the kill with Smash, who is really struggling this game. 18-6. Now they've got mech. They've got a Lone Druid who's farming well in the safe lane. Already phase boots up.
Is he going mech though?
I imagine he'll go mech.
I imagine he'll go mech.
It just
but
fits so
He
well.
has 2,900 gold in his inventory.
Well, maybe Jay is feeling a bit greedy, but mech would definitely be the safest and most reliable build. Tinker still nowhere near the Boots of Travel. Ewo only sitting on 700 gold. If they want a 5-man push, there's very little this Tinker can do to stop it.
Bambo in trouble.
What else is new? Bambo on the run. He's got Arcane Boots up. Now a trap deployed. EG.
Psionic Drop's one of the better spells to steal.
Yeah, it's a low mana cost spell. It's something you can spam. It gives you vision. You can scout if the enemy is neutraling. Obviously, you can scout Roshan. Not that Denial will be going for Roshan anytime soon. This is a pretty good spell overall.
That's the best time to do it when the enemy doesn't expect it.
They have a
Tree.
TA and Living Armor. It's not the worst Rosh lineup, but they just have no map control.
I've seen
right
like
now.
a Shadow Fiend just solo it with Living Armor. It was a little absurd how strong that spell is, even for something like Roshan.
We'll have to see. I don't see a Roshan anywhere near in Denial Esports.
I don't
future.
think so either.
Mihawk, he is currently invis, looking for Fear. Fear hiding in the tree line for the time being. This Lone Druid top lane, still alive. Fear playing very safe, showing some good map sense.
That Atos.
Even tucks himself in behind
Atos,
the
man.
bear
No mech.
as safe as possible.
This is no Dignitas. Dignitas OD.
AUI would be proud. I am disappointed. I mean, obviously...
This is a Dignitas OD, rather. You're honestly disappointed.
Well, I mean, the mechs just synergizes so well with their lineup. But.
I mean, maybe it's because their supports are doing so well. I mean, we only see 1 death on the Rubik and 0 deaths on Keeper Light, 2, 0, and 7 on him. So maybe they think they can pick it up.
Could be another death here for Ewo. If anyone else can get in range, they're diving the tier 1 bottom lane. In comes PowerNet, Omni Slash online. He's got the drums up as well. Bambo forced to TP out. Meanwhile, mid lane, Jo gets Fiend's Grip, dropping pretty fast. Astral cooling down. No way out for Jo unless he can live. The Rod of Aoi, not enough here. He'll go down anyway.
So some good movement by Denial here. Even though they were down 10-3, they're by no means out of the game. They have Tinker, one of the best turtle heroes in the game, and they have Bounty Hunter. If they start getting a couple ganks or start a couple of team fights start going rough for AG, they're right back in the game. Goal difference, only about 6,500, I'd say, in favor of EG, and XP is pretty similar.
It's only 6,500, true, but that is with 0 towers down. They just took their first. If they take 3 towers, all of a sudden it's a 10k gold lead, 14, well, maybe 60 minutes in. That's a big gold
Track
lead.
gold, man. Track gold.
Yeah, they're a bit lacking on actual killing potential, I feel. We've seen some nice Fiend's Grips from Miss Co, like you said. Good movement around the map.
TA almost has treads, man.
They have to secure this Tinker Boots of Travel, though. Ewo keeps on dying. How many deaths does he even have this game? 1 in 5 on your Tinker. That's just not going to cut it. They have to do something, whether it's stacking Ancients, whether it's just parking 3 heroes behind the bottom. If he keeps on dying like this, doesn't matter if Tinker's good at stopping pushes. He'll never have the mana to support constant pushing, or to stop constant pushing from EG.
Speaking of Roshan, there's EG doing it right now, but the problem with Denial right now is they can't do everything. They need to secure farm for Tinker, they need to stack for him, they need to try and find some kills with Tinker or TA and the Bounty Hunter, they need to try and keep the OD down, keep the Silver Bear down, they need to split push and defend, or split defend, and they need to also shut down the Lone Druid. There's just way too many things for them to do right now. Bambo just walking into March.
One-man army, drops the... No, he actually stole March. He uses it the other way, picks up a DD as well, and now the chase is on. Jo giving chase will pop the Rod of Atos. He will drop the ult, blows up Ewo. The Tinker bites the dust. Now Denial in a headlong retreat. Actually on the backside, it is Smash coming in looking, or rather Mihawk looking for a kill. Bambo lifts him up, throws him back down. Track was just used, and a Shuriken toss stolen by Bambo probably won't be enough to save his life. Run, little Rubik. Squirm your way to safety. Can't get out in time. Now an Overgrowth holding them in position, but EG say, we'll stand here and kill you. We don't need to move because you're right next to us, Bubba. Mihawk hiding in the neutrals. This Bounty Hunter needs some legs because he just seems like he's going to get run down. There's your Omni Slash. Living Armor blocking nearly all of the damage. Buyback from Jo. Got picked off on the backside by Smash's Templar Assassin. Mihawk's actually going to live. Living Armor making the difference. EG, one by one they go. Trying their best to turn this game around the other way. Track on the Smash, runs into 4. Now a TP out from Viz. Bambo's isolated. He's found his way into a very uncomfortable situation yet again. A 3-hero telekinesis stun. Where are the trap detonations? Now Bambo slowed by the Templar Assassin traps. One more could be enough. He's stolen track. He uses it the other way, but Ewo is just going to right-click him down. Bambo, can he get out of here in time? The track helping him to move a tiny bit faster. The noose should cinch any second now. Jukes in the trees, tries to deny to neutrals. Bambo friggin' Dota, he does it. EG are making this way too hard on themselves. They have Roche, they lead by 10k gold, they lead by 7.5k experience, yet we have these kind of fights.
There is almost Radiance on Bear. They do have an insurance policy in case the EG throws do start kicking in. Rubik bought back, and he died there. Granted, the second kill wasn't a track kill, but he had track there. They had such an advantage right there. Just throwing away their advantage slowly.
Just a little bit.
Actually, not surely at all.
Well, they're not. I wouldn't call it a throw yet by any means, but just kind of sloppy play here from EG. Overall, though, they still lead by quite a bit. Bambo is level 7 with Arcane Boots. I'm surprised they haven't tried to group and fight. Like, sure, there's March, but there's no Boots of Travel on Ewo. If he's defending towers, that means he's not farming them, and you have Healing Ward, you have a Lone Druid who's already got a Relic, can demolish towers by himself. I guess they've got carries, so it's not like multiple carries, so it's not like they have to push now, but it just seems you get Aegis, you've got a great pushing lineup. Why not just
gotta wait for that Radiance,
why not just 5-man?
Lone Druid is about 800 gold away, and I fully expect them to push once they have that. Again, they have like almost a perfect lineup for it. They had the early game advantage. They definitely should take advantage of it so that they don't let Tinker get this boost travel. They don't let TA farm out after her rather poor start. She almost has drums now. And BH just don't let him get track kills.
Yeah, if they find a few track kills, you get so much golden experience already because you're really far behind. Then you throw track gold on top of it. Game could turn around in a hurry. Denial, still no towers for them if they win a few fights. Maybe this game swings the other direction, but EG have a pretty crushing item advantage, and now Fears lumbers towards mid. This Lone Druid wants to make things happen. No boots up on the Bear. It's not going to be the fastest Radiant, 17 minutes in, but a decent timing nonetheless. I believe. Actually, does he have the recipe net? Looks like not yet. EG grouped up as 5, pushing in the mid lane. Smash will detonate a trap, and EG continue the push. The March comes through, barely even scratching them. No way to kill this healing ward easily. They'll have to charge in and look to do it themselves. Enfeeble on the bear, and still, Denial fight through that. Fear dropping a bit low. They'll sleep that bear now as well. It's enfeebled, it's slept. It's getting a lot of hate. Now Fear, on the way out, he'll be able to escape. The Lone Druid's still fine. In comes Jo, the OD. EG feeling a little discombobulated. Not sure if they want to fight or run, and it seems they aren't either. But in the end, they take the tier 1 mid. Denial.
Healing ward so strong.
I mean, I feel EG could have been doing this for the past 5 minutes, but yeah. Healing ward completely negating March of the Machine. Still no Boots of Travel on EWO. And EG should be able to just look for some tier 2s here.
I mean, they can just roll bottom, take out this T1, take out the T2 on bottom, and then just go mid. There's really nothing stopping them. They have like 1 or 2 max Tinker March on Machines, especially without the Boots of Travel. He's still 900 away. They can just healing ward it up, no problem. If you're really in trouble, TP back, get recalled, no problem. Or just burn the Aegis on Lone Druid. Any of these would be sufficient for them to just win a team fight.
Bambo, that's not where he wants to be. Gives away a 4-hero track kill, and now the wraparound comes. Jo on the run, trap deployed, track cooling down. The Fiends grip Jo. He's dropping pretty fast here, and he might go down. That would be a huge steal. They get 2 track kills. Now Power Net, popping Blade Fury and trying to turn this fight around. Overgrowth is there, hold him in place. Smash trying to man fight his way out. Can he smash anyone's face in Fear? Alive for now. He will drop. There's a Radiance up on the Lone Druid, and that could be trouble. Mihawk actually trying to fight his way out of this. Needs to be running away. Burnt to bits, but not dead yet. The bear jukes into the trees. Fear, a rare moment where the old man reflexes kick in the wrong way. And now Smash, lifted up, thrown back, might go down. Refraction not going to save him. Just gets off a wayward trap before taking a spill. Your score 14-10, 19 minutes in. EG, well, they're leading by a lot. Over 10k gold, over 7.5k experience. And at long last, we'll see them start to take some more towers.
So I think that somewhat of the Bane pick was kind of for the Lone Druid, but it's almost useless once the bear has Radiance. And it can still root. It won't have that much damage, but a lot of damage will come from the Radiance anyways. And this bear is going to be a huge problem for them. There is a resummon up for Fear, but there is a healing ward drop. I fully expect them to continue after this.
There's no mana on this Bane mid lane. Jo's looking for a solo kill. Can he find out a Misco? Dropping quickly. Living Armor kicks in. Buying Misco time. He will end up escaping, even given some Nature's Guide. Thank you, Masuka. And he'll live for the time being. Retreats back out. But EG, why stop here? They've got Healing Ward cooling down in 40 seconds as it just was dropped. They've got it for this push. They have the Keeper of the Light. Mech coming soon. All the tools they need to work in some towers. Tinker still trying to farm Boots of Travel. Closer and closer he comes. But even if he gets the Boots of Travel, March of the Machines is not that great against Healing Ward, and it's not that great against Lone Druid's Bear. It's much better at killing off smaller, lower HP creep waves, not one really tanky unit like this.
One level of laser is pretty good versus it. You can just laser, march a couple of times, and laser bear again, and then you can actually stop the slow siege, which we see a lot of Lone Druids do. But the Tinker has actually not opted to put one spell in that laser.
Yeah,
laser,
pretty unusual.
Oh yeah, one laser, 3 seconds of miss. That's so good.
Yeah,
you're getting that value for your skill point.
Yeah, that's one of those level. You're really beating that one into the ground. Like you've taken the egg, you've thrown it on the ground, it's already broken open, then you just grab a sledgehammer and start smashing it.
You're still smiling.
Yeah. Well, got to get that value.
You had to think about it for a second.
I'm a convert.
That is a massive stack, by the way.
Is that a quintuple stack, or was it a quad stack?
I
guess a quad stack. I guess you can't do 5 anymore, right?
I don't think so. It's either 4 or 5. I don't remember what exactly the cap is, but I see 1 dragon, 1 Triceratops, 1
yeah, it was at least 4.
I
know that for sure.
Or 2 golds, yeah.
That's
a big stack, though. That's a lot of gold for, I guess, Fear and Power Net.
Both of them fighting for these last hits here. Jo's just kind of plinking away with his 4 staff. In the end, Fear, once the last hit, he won't get it. Bambo snipes it with a meld shot. I believe he got it. And now,
so let's check Boost of Travel. 1955 gold on this guy, taking out a quad stack of his own. Actually, a quad stack actually.
Yeah, quad stack. That'll help you a lot. Problem is though that EG are so far ahead that March doesn't do much at this point. Boots of Travel are great, but they have a healing ward. They'll have a mech on the Keeper of the Light. If it's not already up, it should be delivered just about any second. In fact, I believe it's coming on the courier now.
Oh, they can
no, it's still in the
stack right now. Oh my goodness, that is so much gold.
Oh,
1 dragon.
Fear.
Oh.
Fear. Spidey senses a tingling. Who knew bears had them? He'll take all the Ancients, all the gold for Fear. Now up to 10.2k, and they're taking Ancients while they're also pushing mid. That's how far EG are. That's how far ahead they are. They feel they don't even have to fight as a group.
That's ridiculous. There's Hyperstone up on Bear. Fear is a monster.
He had his team set him up for success. They pull him Sentry Ward, safe lane Lone Druid against an off lane Bounty.
They didn't do anything after that, though.
If there's no sentries, though, it can be a hard matchup for Lone Druid, but when you've got them, and you got early Orb of Venom, he played it well.
I mean, Bounty Hunter, again, the picks from Denial is just kind of...
Schizophrenic.
It doesn't... They set up their lane to lose, Bounty Hunter versus Lone Druid. Pulled or not, Bounty Hunter usually still loses. And then TA versus a very early picked OD, TA is probably going to lose, or he's not going to get off to a very good early start. And then a tree in your triple lane, it usually loses versus aggressive triple lanes. I mean, unless you play like super passively, but they didn't play it super passively at all.
Yeah, they were posting up. Like there were points in that tri lane where Misco was just. All right, so here's the tri lane, right? Misco is just like patrolling back and forth here as a Bane. Bambo's sitting right here. Could have easily lifted him up and pulled him back. And Bambo just opted not to. He wanted to go for the Tinker, and he ended up getting the Tinker repeatedly. I thought Denial's position in that tri lane was probably the weakest point of their game, and
indeed,
it cost them a lot.
I agree with you there. Smash trying to split push up top, but this tower is almost at full HP, and you cannot outpush a Bear.
This is Smash. He had that amazing game versus Navi, but this is not a good matchup. Like you said, OD versus TA, a very tough matchup for the TA, and hasn't been able to snowball. Here you go. The GG ward comes through, and the Bear, despite being enfeebled, despite taking constant tower focus, is gaining HP. It's actually getting stronger as this fight goes along. Barely being kept down. Will be slept for the time being. Still alive, still kicking. Bambo going to juggle the sleep like a true support. The Bear, slowly but surely, through the enfeebled, chipping away here and there. The Bear actually might go down to this last tower shot. No, it won't. It'll live.
The ward is like ridiculously strong with the Bear. 5% of 2,700. That's what, 135 HP a second. That is absolutely insane.
The big weakness of a Lone Druid Juggernaut lineup when you run it is that they're very weak at defending because they don't have any AoE. It's two melee heroes for the most part.
That's why you have Coddle.
But Denial picked such a weird lineup. Like you said, safe lane Tinker, a TA that's not going to win mid, and sure they have a Bounty Hunter, but just no very minimal kill potential. So the weak point of that Lone Druid Juggernaut combo was just never punished.
And they will continue to stack, continue to farm up, and I believe they are waiting for next Aegis. Roshan respawns in about 40 seconds time, and I fully expect them to make a T3 push. But again, they have Tinker. They aren't completely out of this. Tinker can ball out of control. He is one of the strongest late game heroes, especially if he ever gets the Scythe of Vice.
This Tinker is balling out of control the wrong direction. He's 1-6.
Hey, he was 1-5 before. He's only died like one time in 12 minutes, maybe.
They were like 20-minute boots of travel. I'm pretty sure the average boots of travel time is around like 10 to 13 minutes.
You're such a pessimist.
Oh, come on. Come on, Merlini. I'm a realist. EG, they'll find this TA mid. Looks to be in trouble. Smash caught by 5. Radiance burning through the refraction very quickly. Runs north. No escape for the TA. Burned a bit. Brought down fast. Still alive for the time being. Now, well, he'll try to fight his way out. Almost takes Bambo with him. Smash doing everything he can, but it ain't enough. And here we go. Round 2 of the push, a freshly healed Bear. Top lane is pushing in, but EG shouldn't really bother to back for this, I feel. Just barrel down the mid lane. Let's get your first lane of Rex. 25 minutes in, leading by 20k gold, nearly 17k gold, as well as 10k experience.
Healing Ward has not been dropped yet. Looks like PowerNet is going for a Scepter build.
I like the Scepter build.
Pretty good.
Casual Yasha, the phase drums is always nice. And we'll have an initiation. That Tinker gets caught. Blink, lift back. A bit of a questionable Astral here from Jo. And he'll still go down. Omni Slash comes out. GG Slash, as Lumi would call it. The Omni Slash GG. And now the work on the tower mid. Bambo. He's stolen something. He's stolen track. Oh, that's not good. The one comeback mechanic.
They have like absolutely no AoE to deal with this. No AoE damage at all from their team, aside from Side Blades and Leech
and
Seed.
March. And the March is just completely negated by the healing ward.
And he dies. He's constantly dying, as you said before.
Tough game for this Tinker. EG, they'll take a lane of Rax. 17 to 10 your score, 25 minutes in. And once this lineup takes one, they don't stop. They keep on moving forward. EG, very comfortable position in game 1, but it is a best of 3. And I feel if Denial drafts lineups or lanes that have a better chance of success.
They need better lanes. That is undeniably correct.
The tri lane, at best, they break even. The 2 solo lanes, they should lose like 99% of the time.
Yeah, and the problem is EG's lineup can do a lot early. It's not one of the lines, hey, we're going to lose the lanes, but we'll punish you for it. That does not happen. against EG's lineup.
And EG straight into the bottom lane. The creeps are currently in the base. The tower will fall. Power net. Blade furying his way out. A new wave will spawn. The healing ward's still alive. No way to get in range to kill it off. We need to see slightly better micro. Now the OD drop, Holt drop comes through. Jo with a quick and easy triple. Smash to fall as well. It'll be 4. It could be 5 if that Tinker dares to approach the front line.
GG from Mr.
And an ultra kill for Jo. A cherry on top of this pretty convincing Game 1 stomp.
That was almost as ugly as other games.
Yeah. It was a little bit sloppy from EG at a few points there in the mid game, but they were just so far ahead.
It didn't even matter.
Yeah.
Even feeding track kills, whatever, doesn't matter. Buyback, die, again, doesn't matter.
I did enjoy that Bambo Benny Hill moment.
Classic Bambo.
Yeah, classic Bambo. He's got to do it for his fans.
Well, looks like we will be going into a game 2. Denial needs to draft better lanes and hopefully secure farm for their important hero. They did not secure farm for the Tinker. They didn't stack when he was behind. They used living armor on other priority heroes, and they didn't gank for the TA at all. I think OD's weak point is his ability to survive ganks, unless they have really good response from OD's supports. But
yeah.
They just didn't play to. They didn't take it. They didn't.
There was no synergy with their lineup, and they didn't really take advantage of their strengths.
Or they got their weaknesses exploited really hard. That's what I wanted to say. Oh my goodness.
I was trying to bail him out, but
Lumi's English has just rubbed off on me.
Me too, man. Me too. And on that depressing note, guys, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, though, we'll be live with Game 2 of Denial versus Evil Geniuses. Before we take that break, I do want to let you know that Corsair is doing a giveaway. So they're actually giving away tickets to the tournament. The website for that, let me look it up, I believe is...
Are these instructions more simple?
It's very simple. You just have to go to the website and follow the instructions there.
Woo!
Where are they?
Here
we go.
You don't give me a
GC,
fully written notepad?
You can... I don't have like 20 steps. I'm not Bruno. He made that so much more complicated than it needs to be. But enter the competition. Go to gc.corsair.com. There will be daily raffles for Dota TV tickets. 2 new winners every day. It's a pretty nice ticket as well. You get some quality Dota for $10,000 tournament.
No Elgato, though.
Well, you can get the Elgato and you can get views on it, but for that you got to pay extra. On that note, we'll take a quick break, guys. We'll be back with Game 2. EG now leading the best of 3, 1-0. If Arctic, or rather Denial, lose the second game, they'll drop down to the losers bracket in Group C. Stay tuned.